72. Ohio State in Columbus, 83-72. And today, the Nebraska Cornhuskers visit Iowa City in Carver Hawkeye Arena. And Nebraska comes in at 12-8 overall, 4-5 in Big Ten play. An interesting team. They have shot over 500 three-pointers this year at a clip right around 30%. So you can kind of say that if they're hot, they're a very dangerous team. If they're not, certainly very beatable. And when you look at their schedule, it shows some really eye-popping wins and some head-scratching losses. They won at Maryland back in early December, 90-67. Defeated Kansas in triple overtime. Kansas at the time in the top 20, at number 20, 85-79. And then also won at Purdue, 71-64. Lost to Ohio State at home. Lost at Rutgers. Lost in overtime at Indiana. Lost at Michigan at home, 76-59. So you kind of get the picture of what Nebraska can be at times if they are on. If on, very dangerous. If not, they have not been able to overcome that so far. So an interesting matchup, and of course you got a border state rivalry, Iowa and Nebraska. Crowd a little bit late in filing in today due to the weather. Not good around eastern Iowa, but a lot of black and gold will be in the house this afternoon. We'll get the pregame comments from head coach Lisa Bluter. Jamie will be along with her keys to a Hawkeye victory. No McKenna Warnock, unfortunately, for the Hawkeyes today for the second straight game. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Players don't always get a second chance. But now with the Iowa Lottery, basketball fans do. Play Money Madness or Triple Tripler scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Not a winner? Enter your ticket online or scan it in our app, and you could win 2 VIP suite seats to see the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Men's National College Basketball Tournament. Play today at any Iowa Lottery retailer and enter your tickets to see March basketball from the suite seats.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs, but what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Welcome back inside Carver Hawkeye Arena as we Iowa and Nebraska. Time for the Hy-Vee Shoot-Around with Coach Bluter, brought to you, of course, by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Coach, great to be back inside Carver. And when you talk about Nebraska, you have to talk about three-pointers. They've shot over 500 of them this year.
Yeah, and to give you an idea, that's 40% of their total shots. 40% of their total shots. And when you look at their three-point shooting at 32%, if you multiply that 1.5 because it's worth a 3, that's like shooting 48% from two-point range, which is pretty good.
Well, they shoot a lot of them, obviously, but have some players that can get to the basket as well.
Yeah, I mean, Jazz Shelley can really do it all. She's got 115 threes, but half of her shots do come from around the rim. She's good at getting to the rim. Sam Hyvee, their point guard, is really good at getting to the rim as well. But what makes this unique is their 4 and 5 are such good three-point shooters. And if you remember last year, Alexis Markowski, I think, had 6 threes here in Carver Hawkeye Arena. She's not shooting the ball as well this year. In fact, in conference play, she's only shooting 15% from 3, but I don't want her to get on that roll because overall she's shooting 36% from 3.
Is this one of the teams in the league that you look at their record and kind of shrug your shoulders, but when you watch them, it's a dangerous team that can compete with about anybody?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're definitely better on their home court, like most of us are. Away from Nebraska, they're 2 and 5, but they've had some good wins. And you look at Maryland, they won 90-67 at Maryland. If that doesn't get your, attention, I don't know what would.
Defensively, what do you expect them to do today?
They play all player-to-player defense. Now they will incorporate some press. It seems like our league is going more and more toward the press, where we really didn't have much besides Rutgers and Maryland in the past. This team is going to press after every free throw and when they get down, so hopefully we'll see that press at the end of the game.
No doubt about that. And we'll be back with more with Coach Bluter after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Players don't always get a second chance. But now with the Iowa Lottery, basketball fans do. Play Money Madness or Tripler Scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Not a winner? Enter your ticket online or scan it in our app, and you could win 2 VIP suite seats to see the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Men's National College Basketball Tournament. Play today at any Iowa Lottery retailer and enter your tickets to see March basketball from the sweet seats.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
Touchdown!
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with 0 sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I have some exciting news to share. At Wahlburgers, we are all about bringing the family together to enjoy a great meal and have a great time. That's why right now, for a limited time, kids eat free every day at all Hy-Vee Wahlburger locations. Kids 12 and under can enjoy 1 free kids meal with any purchase of an adult burger, sandwich, or entree salad.
Bring the family to Wahlburgers and the Wahlburgers and Hy-Vee stores, where right now kids can eat free.
Coach, no McKenna Warnock today. Go with the same starters that played at Ohio State.
Yeah, we are going to go with the same starters. I thought, they did a really good job, and Kate Martin did a good job of switching over to the 4 position, which she's very comfortable playing. She's played in her time here at Iowa. Molly Davis gets the start, and she'll have a tough assignment guarding Jazz Shelley, who is really their key player on the team.
And when you have such an important player not able to go, you've had others that have stepped up, and that showed at Ohio State. Obviously, you want to keep that going.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that we had a really solid game all around. I mean, Caitlin was spectacular, but you look at, what Monica did going 11 for 13. You look at what Hannah Stalkey did off the bench. You look at Kate Martin having 13 rebounds. Everybody really played a role in this, and Gabby Marshall's defense was outstanding. So, I'm really proud of this group, and I know we're going to, we're down a player today, and that's always hard. But I know this team will rise to the occasion.
Let's go get Nebraska.
Let's do it.
Iowa and Nebraska coming up. That's Coach Bluter. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately. Then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
Basketball players don't always get a second chance. But now with the Iowa Lottery, basketball fans do. Play Money Madness or Tripler Scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Not a winner? Enter your ticket online or scan it in our app and you could win 2 VIP suite seats to see the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Men's National College Basketball Tournament. Play today at any Iowa Lottery retailer and enter your tickets to see March basketball from the sweet seats.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CR-V. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
Starting lineups being introduced inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. Today's game is brought to you by Green State Credit Union. It is proud to serve Iowans with competitive pricing on loans, deposits, insurance, and investment products. Green State Credit Union, creating lasting value. Thank you to Green State Credit Union for your sponsorship of this afternoon's game and your long-term partnership with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Before we get to Jamie's keys to an Iowa victory, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Well, Jamie, the Hawkeyes try to keep it rolling against a team that you have to put in that dangerous category.
I mean, are you looking over here at my notes?
I can't even read your writing.
Nobody can. That's the trick. Yes, Rob, I agree. This is a dangerous team. Right away, I was talking actually to my brother-in-law this morning about it. He's like, you know, what do you think about this game? I'm like, it's a scary one, right? This is the game where you don't want to go in, especially off of an awesome game like Ohio State, and overlook this team, because this is a team that can and will do great things if they get on a roll. So the first one I wrote was keep that energy going, though, right? Use the energy from Ohio State. Don't let it just die with that game and keep rolling with it. The second one, I mean, I say this almost always, but get the ball inside, but not just to Monica. I definitely think to Monica or whoever's playing the post position, but through the drive, right? I think Iowa's very effective when they take smart drives and they get into that lane. And then the last one is something that I do think propels Iowa against most teams is that transition offense. They read it really well. I think Iowa has to be the best in the nation at the full court pass for a layup. They have perfected it. So anytime they can get on a roll with that, it frustrates the other team and then it motivates Iowa.
Let's throw in there too, make sure Monica Sonano doesn't have follow issues today.
I just wasn't going to talk about it.
I think it's been talked about.
I'm sure it has been talked about.
She's been too good.
Yes.
All season and her career.
I think it's
to play just 22 minutes.
When she's only playing 22 minutes and she's scoring over 20 points, the efficiency there, her ability to score and be effective against teams, just everything about it. So, yeah, you want Monica Sonano on the court as much as possible.
Kate Martin, McKenna Warnock is out today, so she'll miss her second straight game. So that'll put Molly Davis in the starting lineup with Gabby Marshall, Caitlin Clark, Monica Sonato and Kate Martin. Jazz Shelley, Sam Hybe, Isabel Bourne, Alexis Markowski in the middle, along with Maddie Kroll, a transfer from South Dakota, averaging 5.3. Alexis Markowski, Big Ten Freshman of the Year last season. And Monica Sonato will jump center circle in a terrific crowd despite the weather outside.
There is. I was messaging Brenda Krall, who works in the women's basketball office. I was like, is it a sellout? You know, I was asking her this yesterday. She goes, it is very close. So I don't know if it ever got to the full sellout, but she said there weren't many seats left. That's all I knew.
Sonato wins the tap, and it's controlled by Clark. Hawkeyes in the white home uniforms. Lob pass inside Sonato, playing catch with Molly Davis on the right side. Molly penetrates the middle, now outside to Sonato. Flips a pass out to Caitlin Clark. She fakes left, now gets it into Sonato, and Monica caught it on the run, shuffled her feet, traveling basketball over to Nebraska.
Just a little bit, but she did a good job also, that body control right there. She knew there was a player there, so you could see she was trying to slow herself up a little.
Crawl, free throw line extended right. Gets it to Bourne in between the circles, reverses the ball to Sam Hybe. She can put it on the deck and go, and she goes all the way to the hoop. Layup off the window is good. Clark, long range three, left wing, no. Long rebound, kept alive by Martin. Out of Marshall, back to Kate, who had a double-double at Ohio State. Here's Clark, she spins in the paint, goes up, floater, no. Tapped it into the corner, dug up by Maddie Kroll of Nebraska. Nebraska 2-0 with the basketball. Hybe angles left against Gabby Marshall. Kicks it out high. Here's Kroll, spins in the lane, loses control of the ball, gathers it, and flips it to Jazz Shelley. Molly Davis out on her. Shelley gets a screen all the way to the window. Floater off the window is good.
And I was just going to have more help defense there. Yeah, little jab from someone, but that's not enough to help out a teammate.
Lob pass inside. Sonato underneath the basket, maybe too far. Came off the right side of the rim. Markowski with the rebound. Lob pass down court, knocked out of bounds by Kate Martin. Nebraska basketball along the baseline, up 4-0.
But good read by Kate Martin on that, because that could have been an easy layup for Nebraska. Read that, at least got a hand on it.
Shelley gets it into Hybe. She fires a three-pointer, right wing, no. Weak side board to Caitlin Clark. Clark down court pass and led Monica too much, threw it away. And that's the second Iowa turnover. And it's over to Nebraska on top, 4-0.
That's that long court pass, though. She's looking up the floor. That's what normally works really well. Tighten it up a little bit on the passes.
Yep, got to keep going that direction. That's been very successful. Here's Shelley, 15 feet away. Step under move is no good. Marshall the rebound. Clark across the timeline. Right wing. Pulls it back out. Hawks will set up. Down 4-0. Marshall gets it inside Sonato. One dribble along the baseline. Kicks it left side. Gabby Marshall for three. Short. Kate Martin the long rebound. Gets it out to Molly Davis. Davis penetrates, pulls it back out. Now Clark fakes a three. Top of the key jumper short. Hawks start cold, and Hybe comes away with the rebound. Nebraska on top, 4-0. Hybe all the way to the rim. She's not cut off at all. Lays it up and in.
So two things happening right now. Really, Iowa stopping the drive, and then Iowa just being able to hit some shots. Those are the two things that are really the focus.
Just kind of need to settle in here in the first 3 minutes of action. Down 6-0. Here's Martin. Now Davis penetrates along the baseline, kicks it out to Sonato. She puts it on the floor, muscles her way to the basket, goes up, lost control of it. Up again, has it knocked away by Jazz Shelley, and that's a shot clock violation. And Nebraska will stay on the move, and now a whistle. We'll make sure the shot clock needs to reset.
Yep.
They reset it to 20.
Should have been reset to 30.
And they'll get that taken care of. There's 7:05 left to go in the first. 6-0 Nebraska. Though they have not hit a three-pointer It's been penetration in the lane that has been the difference so far. So Nebraska will have it along the sideline right in front of the Iowa bench. And obviously having some difficulty getting that clock reset.
27 should be on the shot, is what we heard. 2.0 is what we see.
So both teams will be called over to their respective benches. Amy Williams in her 7th year at the helm of Nebraska. 108 and 92.
So what Iowa really just has to do right now is figure out how to stop that drive. Maybe they'll come out in a zone, something like that, to just give them a little bit. They're still working on trying to get it to 27. It happens.
Well, let's just take a timeout, right?
Yeah.
If we can't get the clock situation straightened out, might as well just take a timeout, and that's what's going to happen.
Sure are.
With 7:08 left to go in the first quarter. Nebraska 6, Iowa nothing. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
We all love a good win, catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong Team, with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong Team with Skogman Realty for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
6-0. Cornhuskers over the Hawkeyes with 7:08 left to go. Dodge Strait Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated and voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year, proudly supports Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Trust Dodge Strait Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Strait Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. And Jamie, how about a shout out to Dr. Sue Beckwith, who is celebrating her birthday today. It's not till the 31st, but we've got shirts in her honor. And,
we do.
You know, what a great supporter of Iowa Hawkeye athletics.
I mean, you have to really think she donates and supports the team so much, right? And the amount that she supports Iowa, so many things wouldn't be possible, though, really. Like, it's huge. Money is needed to maintain facilities, to be able to support people the way you want to support them, and that's one of the things she has and she's willing to give, and other people can do it in other ways, but I love that she cares, right? You can tell she really just wants to be a part of something and be a part of it and make it better.
And not only that, I mean, she attends most games. Every single game she can will come out on the road as well.
It's a bold move to sit courtside, because if you get courtside tickets, people know when you're not there. It's true, right?
But she's here.
She's here. She's always the one that's filling those seats. She is there cheering for the Hawkeyes, and I just think she's a great supporter of Iowa athletics.
The officials are reviewing.
I don't know.
Checking the time. Remember, there was a shot clock violation on the Hawkeyes, and then Nebraska was in transition, and the shot clock did not get reset properly. That we do know.
You don't know. This is something you might see at the end of the game where you're really reviewing and trying to figure out the time and to put on the shot clock. You don't see this first quarter, 3 minutes and 9 seconds into the game.
The bottom line is it's way too long.
It is.
The officials are at the scores table. We haven't even played 4 minutes.
Right.
And now have a break longer than we've played.
Right. That's true.
And they're still discussing.
I like that. That's a good point. A break longer than what we played so far.
6-0 in favor of Nebraska. 6:51 left to go in the first. Hey, win some sweet seats for the National College Basketball Tournament in Des Moines or a Minnesota Timberwolves game in Minneapolis. Enter non-winning Money Madness or tripler scratch tickets to the VIP Club. For more information, log on to ialottery.com. So 6:51 left to go. 25 seconds on the shot clock for Nebraska. And will inbounds the ball along the sideline right in front of the Iowa bench. Crawl. Now to Shelley. Back to Hybie. Inside Markowski, her first touch, and she lost control of it. Handcuffed by the pass, and Hawkeyes dig it up. Here's Martin in between the circles. Left to right in front of us. And a lob pass attempted by Davis inside. It's picked off by Shelley. On the move, Isabel Bourne lays it up and in. Her first basket, 8-0, Cornhuskers. Here's Molly Davis on the left wing. Makes a move in the paint. Kicks it right side to Kate Martin. Anna Stolke ready to come into the game. Clark into the corner. Molly Davis for three, short. And the Hawkeyes ice cold here to start. Hybie gets into the paint. Gets it to Markowski. Spin move up and a little extra step taken. Traveling called on Nebraska. Stolke in for Molly Davis.
And Iowa, I feel like, has turned up the defensive intensity. That's a good step in the right direction. And now they just need that first shot to kind of break this drought and get them on a roll.
Down 8-0. Inside, Sonano back to Martin. Now to Stolke into the paint. And she tried to get a pass to Caitlin Clark. It's knocked away by Nebraska. Here's Shelley, 17 feet away. Tried to get it to Markowski in transition. She lost control of it. Out of bounds, Hawkeyes basketball. Iowa just kind of shaky with the ball right now.
A little shaky. 4 turnovers already. Just not commonly what you see right away.
Here's Clark in the corner.
She broke
swishes
it.
a three.
There it is.
8-3. Hawks are on the board. Hybie to the rim. Shot off the front of the iron. No. Clark with the rebound. Racing down court. Fires left side. Kate Martin for three. Count it.
Setting that tone. I like it. Yes. You could tell that Clark right there mentally wasn't even okay with just the 1-3. She was like, I'm going to get this and go. And I love the confidence of the two of them right there playing together.
The Hawks within 2. Terrific crowd on hand looking for something to cheer about. They've got a couple of three-pointers. Floater in the paint. Shelley, no. Rebound, Markowski goes up, and she's fouled. That'll be the first on Sonano, Iowa's first foul. Callan Hake averaging 5.3. Big-time three-point shooter into the game. Markowski drills the first free throw. That's her first point. 4 players for Nebraska have scored. Second one in the air. Got it to go. 10-6. Nebraska. As Coach Bluter said in the pregame, Nebraska will put on some pressure. They do there. Stolke wide open underneath. Missed the layup after the Clark feed. Rebound Nebraska. Kroll. She'll fire from 15 left wing and drill it. And now all 5 starters have scored for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and they have token three-quarters court pressure, 12-6 in favor of the red and white. Clark for three, buries it from the top of the key.
Holy cow. Holy cow. People might have been, that's the thing with Clark. She didn't hit those first shots, but you could see there was like a switch that turned on in her, like, come on, I got this.
And Jazz Shelley's lost her right shoe, still trying to move around as Nebraska turns it over. Clark digs it up. She stops at the free throw line, fires right side. Gabby Marshall short. Sonato the rebound on the left block, dribbles it out. The Hawks will reset. A three will tie. Here's Clark on the left wing, 30 feet from the hoop. Jazz Shelley out on her, gets a Sonato screen, comes to the right side and has her shot blocked by Shelley and dug up by Nebraska. Then Shelley loses control of the ball. Sonato gets it to Gabby Marshall. Now to Clark at the top of the key. Clark gets a screen, pulls from 17, no good. Rebound Markowski of Nebraska. Cornhuskers with a three-point lead in the basketball, approaching 3 left to go in the first. Inside, Bourne, turnaround shot with the left hand is good. Bourne, a 1,000-point scorer. Martin along the baseline, flips it up, kind of a wild shot, no. Markowski with the rebound. 14-9 in favor of Nebraska. Here's Hake for 3, left wing, got it. Hake shoots 70% of her shots are from 3. And just like that, Nebraska back up 17-9. Hawkeyes working the ball around the perimeter. Here's Clark on the left side. Cross-court pass to Gabby Marshall. Now Clark gets it inside Sonato. She's doubled and goes right through the double team, lays it up and in off the window.
Posting up hard. She flashed into that lane hard, wide open, and then did split it, just like you said. It was great. Great to see from Sonato.
Her first basket. Hawks pulled to within 6. Bounce pass inside. Markowski. Layup is good. Got free off a little pick and roll action on the right wing. Here's Clark. Angles left side. Now to Sonato at the free throw line. Marshall. Stolke. Free throw line extended right. Clark coming off a screen. Jumper, no. Missed it from the right wing. Looked good. Just a little bit short.
Yeah.
Crawl for Nebraska. Now Markowski in between the circles. Lob pass Shelley. Touch pass Bourne in the paint. Turnaround jumper goes. Timeout Iowa. 21-11. Nebraska with 1:20 left to go in the first. 32nd timeout taken by the Hawks. A.J. Ediger getting set to come into the game. Today's game is brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans.
Well, right now, Iowa not shooting well. It's shooting 23.5% from the field, 4 of 17. But actually, from three-point land, Iowa's doing fine, 3 of 7. They've hit 43% of their threes. So three-pointers are going well. The key to the game was to get into the lane. Not doing the best in the lane right now, but they're figuring out ways to score, and that's what you have to do sometimes. Nebraska, on the other hand, is on fire, and they are 9 of 13. They are shooting almost 70% from the field right now. So what that probably means, increase the pressure on the defensive end, figure out a way to get them to stop, slow them down. Then on the offensive end, just work the ball around, take whatever shot feels like the good shot to get on a roll.
Nebraska has got good shots at the offensive end and knocked them down. Hawkeye basketball. Stolke, top of the key. Right side to Sydney Fulter into the game. Now back to Stolke all the way to the rim. Little hesitation move. Left-handed layup is good.
She took one little step past Nebraska, who had already stopped, to get that easy left-handed layup.
Terrific move by the freshman from Cedar Rapids, Washington. Here's Annika Stewart into the game, and her three-pointer is an air ball that goes out of bounds. She had 9 and 9 against Maryland last time out.
I think she could definitely be a threat, and it's got to be a little bit weird coming and playing on this court when you watched your sister all those years.
Clark weaving her way all the way to the basket, goes up and finishes over Kendall Moriarty just into the game. Clark with 8, 21-15. 25 seconds left to go in the first. Moriarty kicks it back out to Stewart, and her bounce pass to Mendelson in the paint is kicked and out of bounds as Gabby Marshall returns for the Hawks.
Quite a few Hawkeyes are taking a break right now, and I didn't see it during the break. There was a point in play where I think we went almost 4 minutes, 3 minutes straight without a break of play, just continuous play back and forth.
Nebraska basketball, lob pass into Mendelton, and now Jazz Shelley fires a 3 left wing, no. Rebound by Sydney Fulter, and she is pushed. That'll go against Mendelson, 6'5" freshman. Sonano back in for the Hawks. 13.6 left to go first quarter. Ediger will sit down. Iowa basketball will hold for 1. Down 21-15. Davis. Little hesitation move. Now to Clark in between the circles. Drives down the right side. All the way to the rim. No. Rebound and put back Stalky. No good. And that'll do it for the first quarter.
Thought she had it. I think it was a good drive by Clark. I do think she was manhandled a little bit on the drive, but the refs aren't really calling anything, so you just have to be strong and keep going.
Not a good start for the Hawkeyes in the corner. Had a flurry in the middle. And then Nebraska came on down the stretch, but only lead by 6. Cornhuskers 21, Hawkeyes 15. End of 1. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Rob Brooks, Jamie K.B. Lang back inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. Electric atmosphere on a snowy, windy Saturday afternoon. Nebraska 21, Iowa 15. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Take a closer look and you'll discover the many connections you have to corn, and those connections translate into wins for farmers and wins for all Iowans. Share your winning moments using hashtag #IowansWin.
Can I just say, so they're celebrating Sue Beckwith's birthday real fast. My favorite thing of all of this is that athletic director Gary Barta is here, and he's in a T-shirt. So
As am I.
I have seen him in a long time. I know you don't wear T-shirts. I mean, I see you though on the road. Sometimes you're in a T-shirt, but I've never seen him in a T-shirt. I'm like, this is real weird. I've never seen that part of your neck before, because he's always wearing collared shirts. So it just was one of those things where I had seen you so many times. Oh. It's the little things, right?
So Kate Martin back for the Hawkeyes. Starting 5 for Iowa. Markowski back for Nebraska. Iowa 6 of 20 in that first quarter, 30%. You wouldn't expect that to continue. Nebraska basketball, first possession of the second quarter. Markowski with the ball. Now back out to Shelley. Shelley gets away from Molly Davis and then kicks it back out to Markowski for three off the side of the window. And the Hawks dig it up in the paint. Martin gets it to Marshall.
Longest that Nebraska went playing actually through their offense.
A lot of quick shots for Nebraska so far. Pass inside to Sonato, forced a little bit off her left hand and out of bounds over to Nebraska.
Good pass, just need a little bit of a softer touch on that when you're throwing to something, when they only have one hand to catch.
21-15, Nebraska with the lead in the basketball. Jazz Shelley whips a pass inside Markowski, or make that Bourne, and then she dribbled it off her foot. Both players were right there, and Bourne tried to make a move with no room, and it goes out of bounds over to the Hawkeyes. Iowa down 6. Marshall, and tried to get a pass in the corner to Davis, and it's intercepted by Shelley. And then she steps out of bounds right in front of the Nebraska bench. It's too many soft passes for Iowa right now.
Yes.
Nebraska really getting out in that man-to-man defense, playing the passing lanes. Here's Clark against Hybe. Caitlin with 8. Angles right side, now to Molly Davis. She'll fire a three-pointer. Swish!
Yeah, Molly. And Molly had that huge three at Ohio State. You just want her to keep on getting those in, right? Like, you want her to gain some of that confidence.
That was big early in the fourth quarter, right about the 9:27 mark. Nice pass inside to Markowski, and her layup is good. Boy, she threaded the needle that time. 23-18, Nebraska. Here's Clark in between the circles. Shelley comes out on her now. Here's Sonato at the free throw line. Hands it off to Davis. Makes a move in the paint. Floater good.
All right. There she is.
Well, with no Warnock.
You go, Davis. Yes. Oh, man, Martin. She's such intensity.
Hawks now in a zone and get an interception. Marshall got a hand on it. Now Clark across the timeline. 3 left wing.
Yes.
Count it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a timeout.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Wow.
Hawks all the way back to tie the game.
Now that was impressive. And you know who was leading that march? Everybody. Truthfully,
that's what you need, right? Well,
right?
Molly Davis, I'll say, got it started.
Offensively started it, but Kate Martin at that defensive I mean, I was scared she was going to fly and hit us because she just went after that ball so hard. And then, but then the push and the follow-up with Clark, I mean, that was one of those, like a full-force run right there to try to go at Nebraska, and well-timed, well done by the Hawkeyes.
7:56 left to go in the second quarter. Hawks on a run here to start. Quarter number 2, tie the ball game at 23. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CR-V. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
Hawkeye have outscored Nebraska to start the second quarter 8-2. We're tied at 23. Need to recycle old working refrigerators and deep freezers. Visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for details, plus energy-saving tips.
Did you want a tip?
Always.
Turn the lights off when you leave the room.
It's always good advice, right?
I'm sure that's on the website.
Robert Gallery.
Becca Gallery. So Becca McCann, when I played, just a year older. Her whole fam is here. And I saw Robert before, and his oldest daughter, Hayden, who's 13. She came over, and I was like, I remember your dad from college. And I know he's very tall, but you would not believe how big he was.
Oh, we remember.
I know. And I was like, it's so funny, though, because whenever I see him, I'm just... And so what I should tell the people listening, I should verbalize, right? This is what I do as color. He is much more, he has a body more like what you would see, just somebody who works out at the gym in a normal capacity now. Very tall, still looks very athletic, just has lost a lot of that.
Not NFL lineman size,
NFL
right?
Lineman size. So it's just funny because every time I see him, I'm always just like, it's amazing what they can do, though, right? The weights, what weight, strength training, all that can do to a person's body.
And congratulations, of course, to Robert for getting into the College Football Hall of Fame. After a miss by Shelley, Sonano with the rebound, and then a reach by Jazz Shelley. Her first.
And already with rebounds today, I feel like Iowa has been putting in a lot of effort. Currently not winning the rebound war, but they have 4 O boards. Okay, so those are little things that have kept Iowa in the game so far. They've just had some additional opportunities to get back in there.
Tied at 23, Iowa with the basketball. To take its first lead of the ball game. Here's Clark. Gets it inside. Sonano goes up right block. Got it to go.
That was hard, and that was pretty. Wow.
That was not a wide open layup.
No, and she did a really good job controlling her body. It was off sides, but she used the backboard well to make it go in.
Three-pointer by Hake is no good from the right wing. Molly Davis with the rebound. Brings it across the timeline. Iowa on top by 2 points, 25-23. 7 to go second. Here's Marshall, free throw line extended right, gets into the paint, spins. Now Sonano on the baseline. She'll fire a jumper, no good. Missed it from 8 feet. Weak side rebound, Maddie Kroll. Kroll, a freshman. I'll make that a sophomore, 5'9" sophomore. South Dakota transfer. Previous school of Amy Williams before she came the head coach at Nebraska. Now Nebraska gets it inside to Bourne. She pump fakes, goes up, no. And the rebound taken down by Monica Sonano. Ahead to Clark. She'll fire from 25.
Yes! What? That was wicked. She just came across the half course. The ball was almost stolen away. She whips it around her back to dribble. Shoots it from 10 feet behind the line like no other.
Knocked that down from the left wing. Crowd into it. Iowa 28, Nebraska 23. Hawks have gone into that zone, and now Nebraska just having a tough time getting the ball inside. Here's Shelley on the right wing. And the pass is intercepted by Sonano. Tried to get it to Hake on the inside. Here's a almost half-court shot by Clark. That skipped off the front of the rim.
It just makes me so happy because I like she's pushing these limits, right? She's like, I'm going to try it. This is the time. Coach Bluter's not going to get mad at me at this one.
That wasn't a logo three. That was a almost half-court three. And the three-pointer is no good from Bourne. Top of the key. Iowa with the rebound. Clark races down court. Gets it back from Marshall. Gets into the paint. Spins. Now to Marshall. Right wing. Plenty of time. 15 to shoot. Hawks on top by 5. Now Sonano, baseline, tried to make a move and then lost control of the ball and threw it away into the hands of Jazz Shelley. And then Shelley is bumped 30 feet from the basket by Caitlin Clark. Stolke and a Fulcher back in.
That was a 10-0 run by the Hawkeyes, by the way, but it was a long run for the clock. So what's happening, we've seen a couple of times so far, and this is really hard as a player. There's no clock stoppage for about 2 or 3 minutes straight, and I mean, you're just running back and forth intensely. And yes, you practice a lot, but that isn't how you normally practice. There's more stoppage normally.
Nebraska with the ball. Bourne along the baseline. Gets it out top to Kroll. Now Hybee. Markowski tries to make a move on the right side. Kicks it back out to Hybee for three. Rimming no. And Marshall the rebound. Marshall bounce pass to Stalky in transition. Goes up. Finishes off the window.
Beautiful.
And is fouled.
I liked Marshall's eyes that whole time. I watched her eyes as she came up the court, and you could see she was darting them left and right, looking to see is there an option. There's an option. She saw Stolke. Long bounce pass to get it to her. But man, Stolke, she can create. If you can get her the ball with a little bit of space, she's going to try to get there.
Markowski picks up her first. Hannah Stalke will be at the line, and Addie O'Grady comes in. We've not seen Addie for a while. Free throw, perfect by Stolke.
And that's with McKenna Warnock out. You can see they're trying to see what is this other position going to look like, and they're trying new things.
31-23 Iowa. 4:20 left to go until halftime. Here's Kroll, three-pointer left wing, long, and the rebound, Gabby Marshall. Got that one 15 feet away. Now ahead to Davis in the front court for the Hawkeyes. Gets the ball to Fulter. Now back to Gabby Marshall. Now Fulter on the left wing, about 30 feet from the basket. Now Davis, free throw line extended left. Directing traffic, bounce pass O'Grady. 16-foot jumper, no good. Weak side rebound. Fulter goes up, has it blocked away, but tapped out to Marshall. Hawks will reset.
Nebraska with just 2 points so far this quarter.
Iowa was down 6 at the end of one. Now a Fulter with 5 to shoot. Gets it to Stalke, left wing. Gets into the paint, goes up off the window, no good. And the Hawks battle for the ball, and it's dug up by Marshall. Another opportunity for Iowa. A Fulter inside, and traveling is called.
The only thing that was good when those types of calls happen where you're like, this is a bad call. When the fans boo them along, you're like, okay, at least I'm not crazy. That was a bad
well, if
call.
they called that on Addie O'Grady, I don't think she even had possession of the ball yet. Jazz Shelley, three in the corner, no good. Another rebound for Gabby Marshall. Gabby has done some exceptional things this afternoon. Bounce pass to Hannah Stalke on the right wing. 31-23 Iowa. We're under 3 seconds. Now to Davis. One dribble to Marshall. 15 feet away, straight away. Now gets it to Davis. Drives down the right side. Pivots. Kicks it back out to Gabby Marshall. All the way to the rim. Up and good.
That was a pretty one. And that little roll to actually fall through the hoop.
As the shot clock was winding down. And now a reach is going to be called on Gabby Marshall, 15 feet away. That's her first. Clark back in, as is Kate Martin.
You can always tell when a player needs a break. As soon as they see someone come, I got to get out of here. I got to.
Really good minutes by Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall was one of those people right now. She's like, I've worked. And she never lets up. You would not know she's tired until right when she was walking to the side like, I need a sec.
Hawks by 10. Nebraska with the ball. Inside, Stewart, turnaround, jumper, paint, good. That's her first basket. Here's a Fulter along the baseline, kicks it inside to Stalke. She's fouled.
She's just so quick. As a post, I would hate defending her. She's very fast. She can make quick moves, and that was not my thing. So against a lot of posts, that is the hardest thing for us to defend is a quick post.
And she's had to back up both the 4 and 5 spot, which in Iowa's offense, 2 completely different roles as she makes the first free throw. Had 8 and a career-high 13 boards at Ohio State. Hannah's free throw, perfect. Boy, she's worked hard on those. Now she's 3 for 3 in the game with 7 points. Hawks by 10, 35-25, approaching 2. Left to go in the second. Hybee, free throw line extended left. In the corner, Shelley. Hawkeyes have really ramped up the defensive intensity. Now Coley into the game. Shot is up and no good. Battle for the rebound underneath and a whistle. Kendall Coley into the game. Sister of former Hawkeye Chase Coley.
I know. It's so funny because there's the two sisters, the Stuart and Coley, and I was like, what a wild world. And I was like, do you think they talk about their older sisters? Do they just sit around? I don't know. It's just kind of a fun little thing.
Iowa basketball. Clark in between the circles. High post. Stolke. Now to Clark. Stolke shows, drives in, shot, no, got it back. This time it's good. Slipped the screen that time.
Stolke, I mean, she just comes in and contributes immediately. 10 minutes of play, she has 7 points, 2 rebounds, just doing things.
Now has 9 points.
9 points.
As Hybee gets into the paint, goes up, and is fouled by Sydney Fulter. Gabby Marshall back for the Hawks. For Sydney Fulter.
Iowa, 19-2 run over 6 minutes, 47 seconds. You know what started it, though? It really was a defensive effort. You could tell the second quarter, their defense was much more intense. They were figuring out how to stop that drive, which is how Nebraska was getting a lot of their points from, and just a whole different team here in the second quarter.
37-25, Hawkeyes. After the Fulter foul, Hybee will be at the line. Sonano back. Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm and partner with Iowa's women's basketball program to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. Hybee at the line for Nebraska. First one good. Hybee with 5 at 9 and 12 boards against Maryland. Second one, good. Averaging 8.8, has 6. 37-27 Iowa. Clark, free throw line extended right, has it knocked away by Hybee and out of bounds. Iowa will have possession in front of the Nebraska bench.
Caitlin Clark sporting some bright green sneaks today, by the way. Bright green.
And she's the only one, so you can spot them pretty easily. Clark gets it back. 17-foot jumper, got it straight away.
I mean, she's playing well in the bright green sneaks, so maybe there's something there.
Can play well in about any color, right?
Right. I don't think the sneaks have anything to do with that.
Kind of a neon green.
They are neon green. Yeah, neon greenish.
Bourne back outside. Shelley for 3, drills it left wing.
Josh Shelley has been relatively quiet. That's just her first 3-pointer today. And she shoots a lot.
Averaging almost 13. She has 5. 39-30. Hawks can basically run this down to about 4 seconds. That's the difference between the shot and the game clock. Second quarter action. Clark at midcourt. Hybee takes a couple of steps out toward her. We'll have a double high post. Clark goes right, whips a pass inside.
Wow.
Sonano, layup good.
That was pretty. That pass was perfectly placed to keep it up high. Now can they finish the defensively?
Hybee for 3, no good. Missed it from the top of the key as we close out quarter number 2. Jamie, what an exceptional second quarter for the Hawks.
26 points, Iowa, 9 Nebraska. That's amazing. 26-9. That's a good quarter.
And the Hawkeyes lead it 41-30 after trailing 21-15 after 1. Molly's Cupcakes, proudly serving their cookies and treats inside Kinnick Stadium and also Carver Hawkeye Arena. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, a proud supporter of the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless company and official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Join the network built by locals for locals. Bud Light halftime show up next. Iowa 41, Nebraska 30. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs, but what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I think you...
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus, all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. And it's time for the halftime show brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. Some of Iowa's past women's basketball players being introduced here at the half. And Jamie, of course, out there among some former teammates as well. Let's take a look at the halftime statistics with Iowa leading 41-30. Hawks trailed 21-15 after one. We're down 8-0 and then outscored Nebraska 26-9 in the second. Monica Sonato with 6 points and 5 rebounds. Molly Davis with 5 points and 2 boards. Kate Martin with a 3. Caitlin Clark with 16 on 4 of 7 from 3. 2 rebounds and 5 assists. 2 from Gabby Marshall. 9 from Hannah Stokey. For Nebraska, Isabel Bourne with 6. Alexis Markowski with 6. Jazz Shelley 5. Sam Hybe 6. Maddie Krall with 2. Callan Hake with a 3-pointer. And Annika Stewart with 2. For Nebraska, 12 of 28, 42.9%, 2 of 12 from 3, and that's kind of what makes this team go or not. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Hawkeyes 16 of 36, 44.4%, 6 out of 11 from 3, 54.5, and 3 out of 3 from the three-point line. Hawks out rebounding Nebraska 22-14. Hawks have 10 assists, 7 turnovers, 8 and 7 for Nebraska. Back with more on the Bud Light Halftime Show. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. They've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Basketball players don't always get a second chance. But now with the Iowa Lottery, basketball fans do. Play Money Madness or Tripler Scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Not a winner? Enter your ticket online or scan it in our app, and you could win 2 VIP suite seats to see the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Men's National College Basketball Tournament. Play today at any Iowa Lottery retailer and enter your tickets to see March basketball from the sweet seats.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back to the Bud Light Halftime Show as Iowa leads by 11, 41-30 over Nebraska. This is the only Big Ten game today. Let's check the U.S. Bank scoreboard update. Put your trust in a bank that's been focused on serving the people and businesses in Iowa and all across the country since 1863. That's U.S. Bank. Stop by your local branch or log on today. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Tomorrow, 5 games. Big Ten women's basketball. Purdue at Ohio State, who has now lost 2 in a row. Rutgers at Indiana. Indiana defeated Ohio State on Thursday night. Northwestern is at Wisconsin. Michigan at Minnesota. And Illinois hosts Michigan State. Iowa, if the Hawks win today, will tie Indiana for first place in the Big Ten Conference at 9-1. Hoosiers at 9-1. Iowa at 8-1. Ohio State at 8-2. Also Maryland, who is here Thursday night at 8-2. Then you've got Illinois and Michigan at 6-4. Purdue at 5-5. Nebraska at 4-5. That's a look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard update. We'll be back with more from Carver Hawkeye Arena on the Bud Light Halftime Show. Iowa 41, Nebraska 30. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CRV. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back inside Carver Hawkeye Arena as the Hawkeyes lead at 41-30 after outscoring Nebraska 26-9 in the second quarter. As we take a look at points in the paint, Iowa with 16 and Nebraska with 12. And one thing, Jamie, when you look at that statistic, Iowa did a much better job when they went to the zone defense to keep Nebraska out of the paint.
Such a better job. They were just trying to figure it out, right? The first they were thinking, yeah, if we stick with this player to player, it's going to work. Wasn't working. They gave it a time. They just wouldn't figure itself out, but huge difference with that zone.
Third quarter action. About ready to start here from Carver Hawkeye Arena after Iowa explodes in the second quarter. Lead by 11, 41-30. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CRV. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
After Nebraska jumped out to an 8-0 lead, Hawkeyes settled in nicely and had some good moments in the first quarter, Jamie, but some really good moments in quarter number two. And Caitlin Clark got things going. Molly Davis, a couple of big baskets. Hannah Stolke off the bench. But then you look at Gabby Marshall, rebounding and defense, sensational.
Oh my gosh. I mean, they just really came together and everyone kind of picked their thing that they were going to help to propel the Hawkeyes. And that's the way you need to do it, right? It's not that one person has to carry the whole team. That happens sometimes, but it's a lot easier if everyone picks a thing that they're going to focus on. And Kate Martin's stats right now, they weren't like huge for the Hawkeyes, and especially her quarter 2, but she was huge on the floor, that's the thing, right? When you're in there, the presence of you being there and being a part and just your energy is needed. I mean, I thought she was a huge piece. We were talking about her, and then I looked at her stats for quarter 2, and she had 1 rebound and 1 assist. And it's just, you can't really explain it other than say the spirit, the energy she brings. And it sounds wonky, but it's true. The entire team feeds off of it from her.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Hawkeyes with an 11-point advantage and the basketball to start quarter number 3. Martin to Clark, top of the key, now to Sonano, 16 feet away from the hoop, looks and then delivers it back to Caitlin Clark. Clark now angles to the right side, looks inside, bounce pass, Sonano goes up strong, out the hoop, she's fouled.
Just getting that ball inside. We actually didn't see the most passes getting inside to her and a lot of creation until that second quarter, and then if they could just keep going with that, it's going to make it a lot easier to take this game away from Nebraska.
Markowski, her second free throw, good by Sonano. She has 9. Had 22 and 23 minutes and 48 seconds at Ohio State. Came into today, her last 2 games, 22 of 24 from the floor. Hybe, lob pass inside to Markowski, caught it along the baseline and swishes a mid-range jumper. She has 8, can step out and hit that jumper, and also will shoot 3-pointers. Marshall hands to Clark, 44-32 Iowa. Now Marshall in the corner, holds the ball at her hip and now dribbles it out to the wing. Clark on the same side. Sonano comes out, sets a screen. Clark turns the corner, step back jumper is good from 19.
That step-back jumper is just a huge element for Clark to take her game one step better.
And that's one of her favorites.
Yes.
Inside Markowski on the right block. Back to the basket, dribbles middle of the paint. Nice job by Monica Sonano, who only has 1 foul. Now in the corner, Jazz Shelley, deep 3, short. Nice box out and rebound by Sonano. Gets it to Clark. Drives down, left wing. Tries to go baseline. Does, and then missed the layup. She can't believe that she missed that
so
one.
Great that she just she faked the defense out. There was a little space and she took it to get under the basket.
All the difficult shots she makes. Inside, Bourne goes to work on the left block and scores off the window. Bourne with 8.
Oh my gosh.
Down court pass. Kate Martin finishes.
Pass. Nobody was ready. Nobody on Nebraska, barely Kate Martin was ready for that pass.
But Kate caught it along the baseline, laid it up and in.
Man, Clark.
48-34. Hawkeyes on top, have taken command of this game. Markowski in the paint, has it knocked away by Kate Martin. Into the hands of Marshall. Now to Clark, corner, Davis, 3, short. Sonano the rebound. Monica gets it back out to Clark, deep, 3, short by Caitlin. And the long rebound taken by Jazz Shelley. She crosses the timeline, now gets into the paint, whips a pass to the right side. Shot by Kroll is up and good, 3-pointer. That's her first 3. And that's the scouting report on her. Spot-up shooter. 48-37. Almost 3 minutes into quarter number 3. Here's Martin. Fake the 3. Now corner. Marshall 3-pointer. Got it.
Gabby Marshall, man. I love when those shots are going up for her because they go in.
That's her game. Has not had a great year shooting the 3, but seems like the confidence is getting better and better each night out. Here's Bourne at the elbow. Kicks it back out to Shelley. Three-pointer and rattles around, spins out. Rebound Clark. Crosses the timeline and is bumped by Sam Hybe. A Fulter in. Moriarty and Stewart. Hannah Stewart in attendance. Chase Coley as well.
Yes, it was so fun to see all of them. It's funny because a lot of times when you leave, then you don't know a lot about the players. But luckily, my best friend Abby was the young on the team, so then I knew all of her friends, and then I started the radio with you, so it's like seeing old friends, a lot of old friends.
Lob pass, Clark inside. Sonano goes to work again. Sonano with 11. 53-37. Lob pass inside Nebraska. Spin move for Moriarty. Couldn't get a shot up, has to kick it back outside. And Nebraska will reset with 11 to shoot. 6 minutes left to go, third quarter, 53-37 Iowa. Stewart now into the corner. Shot Moriarty, no. Ball knocked out of bounds. And touched last by Hake of Nebraska.
Mendelson will check in for the Huskers.
Mendelson comes in, 6'5" freshman. Not a real physical presence underneath. She likes to play more on the perimeter. Clark crosses the timeline, gets a Sonano screen at the top of the key. Now angles left and right. Now a Fulter for three. Skips off the right side of the rim. And the ball dug up by Moriarty. Brings it into the front court for Nebraska. Hawks up 53-37. In the corner, Mendelson. She gets it back from Hake. Now Hake will fire a three-pointer and knock it down just left to the top of the key. That's her second free.
Hannah Stolke's having some shoe trouble.
But she's able to get down into the front court area.
I don't think her shoe's all the way back on yet.
Now Fulter hits the ball to Clark. Dribbles along the baseline, then brings it back out. Bounce pass to Sonano is knocked away by Nebraska and dug up by Hake. And then Hake tried to get it into the corner to Moriarty. And she threw it away and out of bounds. Iowa basketball.
That whole time I was just watching Hannah Stolke run around with her shoe half on.
And that happened to one of the Nebraska players in the first half.
I know. What's going on? Sticky floor today.
When corn grows fuel, Iowans win. Ethanol is a renewable fuel that's better for our environment, our health, and our wallets. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin. Plus, you'll be eligible for some fun corny giveaways. Timeout on the floor, 4:41 left to go in the third. Iowa 53, Nebraska 40. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
Hawks have outscored Nebraska so far in the third, 12-10. Shooting 21 of 45 from the floor, but 7 of 15 from three-point range, which has been huge for the Hawks.
I mean, just all the shots coming from, if you just did all of that, Iowa has exactly the same ability to shoot at the two-point range right now. What that means is Iowa's not really doing the best scoring from inside today, but they're doing really good from the outside too. So, I mean, I think that the coaches would take it. 47.5, but shooting 47.5 from three-point range is fabulous for the Hawks. Clark so far, she's 50% from three-point land, taking that half quarter that almost went in, but also has 8 assists, so she's on the cusp of a double-double. I'm sure you're not surprised by that.
Not exactly. Coming off a triple-double.
Coming off a triple-double against number 2 in the nation.
Her 8th career.
When a double-double is just like, okay, you know, that means that you're pretty good when people aren't really surprised by it.
Iowa basketball. Here's Stalkey at the free throw line. Makes a move the rim and goes up and is fouled. Good quick first step. I believe Mendelson, her second.
Iowa's went on a bit of a scoring drought over the past 2 minutes, so this could break it if she hits these.
And gets it to go. Hannah Stalkey, boy, you have to give her a ton of credits. A sub-500 three-point shooter, or free throw shooter. Missed that one, but is at 4 of 5 from the line today.
You can tell that she is very focused on it, right? That's something that she wants to work on.
And has been. Well, both teams went after the rebound, and it was touched last by Nebraska along the baseline. They get it into Stalkey. She drives in. Nobody guarded her. Left-handed layup, good.
What a good read. Right there, that's just basketball IQ. She read the court. She saw that the player was going out and focusing on Clark, so she just drove in.
Hawks by 16, 56-40. Eddie O'Grady in for Iowa. Here's Markowski. Not been a factor yet today. Kicks it back out for Hake. Three-pointer right wing, no. And the loose ball dug up by Eddie O'Grady. Gets it to Clark across the timeline. Fakes from 17. Stalkey gets it back to Clark, and she goes up. And the ball is swiped away by Mendelson. And Nebraska with Shelley. Drives down the right side of the lane, loses control of the ball. Gathered it, and then got it to Hake. Fires from 3, no. O'Grady another rebound, hands it off to Clark in transition. Caitlin all the way to the rim, off the front of the iron. Foul, Nebraska.
The foul is on number 15, Kendall Moriarty. That is her first. Team fourth.
I am amazed at her ability to be able to drive into the lane knowing how much contact she's going to receive and then still go up and not just fall. She's gotten a lot better, I think, at driving in and attempting to complete the play.
So Clark will get 2. Moriarty the foul, her first. Sonano back for O'Grady. Off the front of the rim and good. Clark with 19. Don't forget, we'll be at Bumps Monday night for Hawk Talk. Second one also good. Hawk Talk presented by Oakdale. We'll be at Bumps from 6 until 7 on Monday night. Come on out and join us at the Finkbine Golf Course. Had great crowds. Look for that to continue the rest of the season. Only 4 or 5 more shows, so come on out to Bumps and enjoy outstanding food. Hawk Talk presented by Oakdale. Markowski in the paint. Back to the basket. Goes up, wild shot right hand, no. And the ball tipped around and dug up by Shelley. Second opportunity, and the three-pointer goes down from the right wing by Markowski. And you heard right before the shot clock expired.
Oh, man, that's always frustrating as a player. 29 and a half good seconds of defense.
58-43. 2:45 left to go, third quarter. Stolke, top of the key, drives down the left side into traffic, and the ball taken away by Jazz Shelley. Shelley across the timeline, throws it ahead to Kroll, and her layup is good. Kroll with 7. Hawks quickly down court. Gabby Marshall gathers on the left block and scores. Marshall with 7. Lob pass inside. Bourne goes up. Fouls Stolke. Freshman mistake there. And Bourne will have a chance for a three-point play. Clark for Hannah Stolke. He's had great minutes today.
Nebraska's able to stay with the Hawkeyes right now because they've adjusted their defense a bit, and Iowa has to also reflect it, right? They're digging in a lot on drives, so Iowa just has to be stronger with the ball on those drives, realize if you kick it out sooner, and just make some little adjustments.
Free throw a little bit long by Bourne. Hawks gather the rebound. Here's Martin in between the circles, feeds left side Davis. She gets into the paint, now to Sonano, elbow jumper, got it.
If in doubt, go to Sonano. I think that's a good mantra to have.
But nice penetration into the paint by Molly Davis.
Yep.
Hybee tries to get it back. She scores on the right block for Nebraska and is fouled.
Count the basket by Jazz Shelley. The foul is on number 24, Gabby Marshall. That's her second. Check that.
Hybee with 8.
Hybee will go to the line.
Sonano, her second. 62-49 Iowa. We're under 2, third quarter. Free throw, Sam. Hybee good. Hybee's second team all Big Ten last year. Hawks walk it across the timeline. Clark gets it to Davis. Inside Sonano, about 2 feet off the block. Now back to Clark. Sonano comes out to screen. Caitlin drives down the right side. Can't finish. Foul Nebraska.
The foul is on number 42, Maddie Kroll.
But good movement, I think, actually. That looked good. They took their time. It almost, Nebraska, you could see, almost started to kind of fall asleep to it, and that's what you want because then it allows your drives to work.
Kroll, the foul. Swish on the first for Caitlin Clark with 21. 63-50. Clark several inches off the free throw line with her free throw. Knocks down the second.
It's too close. Well, that's why.
Right. 15 feet and maybe 5 inches, 4 inches.
15, just too close.
Hawks by 14, foul away from the ball. A hold will be called on Gabby Marshall. Her second.
And the refs have started to call a lot more fouls in this half, as we've seen, right? Sometimes that happens after halftime. There's a little bit of a change and you have to adjust, and definitely calling more. Iowa is in the bonus. Nebraska, Iowa has just 3 fouls, so they have a couple of fouls still till Nebraska would be in the bonus.
Sydney Fulter for Gabby Marshall.
Because that is her third.
Pass out high to Shelley. She dribbles, pulls up from the free throw line, no. Rebound, Caitlin Clark. Clark across the timeline, angles right side against Shelley. Drive-in shot, no. And Clark hits the deck. Nebraska with the foul.
Number 40, Alexis Markowski. That is her third.
3 on Markowski. And Clark right back at the free throw line.
Goes to the line, shoot 2.
So put in perspective, if you feel like there's a lot of free throws, it's because there's been a lot in this quarter. This is going to be free throw 8 and 9 for the Hawkeyes.
First one good. Clark with 23. Second one, no good. Spun out the left side. Nebraska with the rebound. Ivy brings it into the front court, top of the key, drives down the right side and lost her footing, but a foul will be called on Molly Davis.
That's a bummer. I'd agree. Lost her footing, but they're going to call the foul on Davis. And sometimes refs will do that.
But only the fourth team foul, so no free throws.
Yep.
Shelley along the baseline. And now an offensive foul is going to be called on Nebraska. Markowski.
Alexis Markowski.
That's 4.
That is her 4th personal foul.
Annika Stewart back for Nebraska.
For the Huskers.
And that's where you can tell, right, this is what happens in these games, though. This is that border rival right here. There's going to be some intensity in this game and a little bit of aggressiveness happening between players.
Martin, free throw line extended right. Now in the corner, Molly Davis makes a move inside and now has to kick it back out to Martin, who hands to Clark. 12 to shoot. Caitlin down the right side, stops on the wing, looks, pivots. Now Davis. Clark gets it back. Deep 3, right side, short. Long rebound, Jazz Shelley. Shelley in transition for Nebraska. Whips a pass left side, and Hybe did a good job to corral it, and then drives baseline. Layup, no. Clark, another rebound. Caitlin crosses the timeline. The Hawks will hold for the final shot of the third quarter, on top by 15. Clark out on the beak of the Tiger Hawk. Alternating right and left hand dribbles. Goes between her legs. Gets it inside. Sonato. Paint shot.
Wow.
Good. From 10.
Wow. It even got the hitched leg from Coach Bluter on that one. You don't get that for all your shots, but it's nice when it happens.
And the Hawkeyes time it perfectly and extend that lead to 17, 67-50 after 3. Attention all Hawkeye fans who buy your own health insurance. Wellmark is on your side and on the health insurance marketplace. Let's give it up for plans you can afford, the freedom to go to almost any doctor in Iowa, and free virtual care. Check out wellmark.com/swish to compare plans. In business, Mid-American Energy can help you save energy and add to your bottom line. Visit midamericanenergy.com to learn more. We'll head to the fourth. Iowa 67, Nebraska 50. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CRV. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
In that third quarter, Iowa outscored Nebraska 26-20. Shot 9 of 14, 64.3%. Just 1 out of 5 from 3, but 7 of 9 from the free throw line. And Caitlin Clark has done most of the damage there.
Sure has.
5 out of 6.
Yeah, she had a great quarter. But also Hannah Stolke, right? She had a lot those quarters. She did a great job getting to that line. talking about Caitlin Clark, right? She, I was saying double-double watch. 1 assist away. Well, leave it to her. I was thinking, like, nah, she's not going to get a triple-double today. She only had, like, 3 or 4 rebounds at that point. She now has 7, so now definitely back on triple-double watch for Caitlin Clark.
Nebraska with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Shelley takes it all the way to the rim. Bank shot is good. Jazz Shelley. Hawks have done a good job on her. Only has 7. Kate Martin, free throw line extended right. Tried to get it across court, and the ball batted up in the air by Bourne, and gets it to Hybie. She is fouled by Molly Davis going to the basket. That's her second. Hawkeyes first in the quarter. 13,843 the attendance today.
That's amazing. And it's legit. I mean, it is a legit 13,843.
Hybie with 10. Second one, good.
Got the whole band here today, too. Normally the band takes up 1 section. You got 3 sections of what, like triple the amount that's normally here.
67-54. Hawkeyes on top, just underway, fourth quarter. Here's Clark, left wing, goes baseline up strong, couldn't get it to go. And Stewart with the rebound. Gets it to Shelley, whips a pass inside Bourne, and blocked from behind by Kate Martin. And the ball goes out of bounds along the baseline. Boy, she swatted that one.
That's why you play multiple sports, by the way, because that volleyball comes into play for those beautiful blocks like that.
Little spike swing. Ball possession for Nebraska. They get it in, and Shelley goes up and finishes in the paint off the window and is knocked to the floor by Molly Davis.
And that was Molly Davis. Yeah, she went up really well with her one hand, but her other hand came straight out, and that's where they're going to call the foul.
A falter for Marshall.
Nebraska on a 6-0 run here in the fourth quarter. Closing down that lead a bit for the Hawkeyes.
Free throw good by Shelley. Third, make that the fourth player in double figures for Nebraska. Really balanced attack by the starting 5. 67-57. This is as close as Nebraska has been for a while. Here's Davis on the right wing. Gets it to Clark in between the circles. Takes a peek inside, and then Sonano comes out to screen. And gets Clark in the paint. Little double clutch shot is no good, but the ball tipped out of bounds. Touched last by Nebraska. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Clark will throw it in. Clark gets it to Sonano. Back to Clark. Dribbles it to the top of the key. Tries to get it inside Sonano. Goes off Monica's hands. Actually hit the rim. And then now, Hybie across the timeline for Nebraska to get this into double, make that single digits. 10-point advantage for the Hawkeyes. Shelley. On the right wing, waiting for a screen, 9 to shoot. She'll fire a 3, no good. That one skipped off the right side of the rim. Martin gets it to Clark across the timeline. Caitlin looks inside. Now gets it to Molly Davis for 3, right wing, no. Ball batted out by Sonano. Now a shot from the logo, no good. Clark, that one in and out, just a little bit short. And the Hawks get back on defense. On top by 10.
A great job by Sonano to read what was happening there to keep that play alive.
Hawks have had several opportunities, multiple shots, and nice move by Hybie right down the right side of the lane. Layup off the window, good. She has 13. And timeout Iowa.
Well, that gets it down to that single-digit lead for the Hawkeyes. I mean, they're the only ones who have scored so far in the fourth quarter. 9 for Nebraska, 0 for Iowa.
67-59, 30-second timeout. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, the Homewood Suites. and the Home to Suites by Hilton. Each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Well, the Hawks, especially in the second and third quarters, really built an outstanding lead. Biggest lead of 18 at the 3:29 mark of the third quarter, but
not very long
Nebraska
ago.
didn't go away.
Right, not very long ago did they have that 18-point lead, and Nebraska has worked their way back in, and I would say slowly has done it, but here in the fourth quarter, they have shot just 5 shots. They're 3 of 5, but they're hitting these shots right now. That's what they're doing. Iowa is 0 for 4. So just so far, their shots are going in. Iowa's aren't. Nothing hugely different. The key that Iowa wants to make sure and do then is, again, refocus themselves back to those high percentage shots. And high percentage right now doesn't mean it has to be inside the lane. High percentage is if you're feeling uncomfortable from 3-point range, take it. Maybe not the very first shot that you're given, but give something, look for something else, see if anyone else has something, and then look for it.
Now, Hawks still in control of this game.
They are.
But Nebraska, we've seen the Cornhuskers play before, and it's pretty much the same group as last year, minus Allison Widener, who averages 10.2 points a game and 6.2 rebounds, out for the year with a leg injury, and that's hurt the Cornhuskers. Obviously, McKenna Warnock not playing for the second game in a row.
Right. That hurts the Hawkeyes as well. It definitely is a little bit different not having she brought, yes, scoring ability, 3-point shots, also the, I would say, adaptability, because she can play a 3, a 4, or 5 if ever needed. You lose that part. But also she has an energy about her when she's on the court. So those are all things you're missing when Warnock's not able to be on the court.
Listed as day-to-day, so next opportunity for McKenna will be on Thursday. Iowa hosts a surging Maryland team.
So the next 7.5 minutes will, improve a lot, though, right? It's not going to be an easy game for the Hawkeyes. They're going to have to reset themselves as the offensive foes that they are, right? They are strong offensively. Just need to get back in the swing of it.
So after the timeout, 30-second timeout extended to a full timeout with 7:31 left to go. 67-59. Hawkeyes on top. Anna Stolke back into the game for the Hawkeyes. Iowa gets it in. Here's Martin, free throw line extended right inside. Sonano put the ball on the floor and is fouled.
The foul is on Iowa. Check that.
That'll be on Annika Stewart. Her second. And Clark will throw it in along the baseline. Looks inside, then kicks it out to Kate Martin, who will fire a 3, top of the key, rimming no. And the ball dug up in the corner by Jazz Shelley. Shelley has come alive here in the fourth. Stewart for 3, top of the key, drills it.
Nebraska just they're the ones on fire right now. Got to cool them off.
That's 12-0 run to start the fourth quarter in 3 minutes. Clark gets it to Martin. Free throw line extended left. Cross court. Now to Clark. Inside Sonano. Right block. Kicks it back to Caitlin. Clark now top of the key. Drives down the right side of the lane. Goes up. Had it knocked away by Hybe. Got it back. And then is bumped. Nebraska foul.
It's going to be on Bourne, I believe.
Izzy Bourne picks up the foul. That
Good
is
job by
her
Clark
first.
sticking with it. She is not hitting those bunnies right now, but she stuck with the play. She got her own rebound and then got Iowa another attempt at the basket.
Nebraska has pulled to within 5. Clark comes off a screen after the inbounds pass.
Right?
Knocks down a 3.
That's the thing that you want to see.
Top of the key 3 for Caitlin Clark with 26. That gets the crowd back into it. 70-62, a little more breathing room for the Hawks. Shelley has got more aggressive at the offensive end. Stolke knocked the ball away, retrieved by Stewart. Back to Jazz Shelley, 8 to shoot, angles left side. Whips a pass, right corner, three-pointer, no good. Missed that time by Kroll. And Bourne picks up her second, going after the rebound against Kate Martin. That's 3 team fouls on Nebraska with 6:03 remaining.
You're right.
Markowski back for Stewart. Get that big three-pointer.
Markowski's in. She has 4 fouls. She's the only player in foul trouble for Nebraska.
And that's why she's spent some extended time on the bench. Iowa basketball. Lob pass inside. Sonato knocked away from behind and out of bounds by Isabel Bourne. Iowa will retain possession along the baseline. Clark will throw it in. Clark to Sonato, back to Clark. She wheels to the top of the key, now backs it up. Hawks will set it up. 9 to shoot. Clark into the paint, step back, 14-footer, drilled it.
And she had a hand right in her face, even with that step back, and she nailed it.
Clark with 28, 72-62. Hawks back on top by 10. Clark asking the crowd to get into it, and Clark gets a hand on a pass into the hands of Stolke. Back to Clark, racing in the paint. Now kicks it back out, now goes back in, gets it to Stolke along the baseline, shot no, and the rebound dug up by Sam Hybe. Hybe all the way to the rim, high off the board, no. Clark the rebound. Caitlin into the front court, angles left side. Keeps that right-handed dribble going, lob pass, Sonato goes up and under, no. Foul Nebraska.
Beautifully placed lob pass, though, because there was that defender coming across. There was 2 players in front of Sonato, and then she placed it perfectly so that Sonato was able to get it before the other defender was coming to help out.
3 red jerseys underneath on that perfectly placed pass.
And they're playing some AC/DC. I mean, they know their crowd. They're reading the crowd.
We like it.
Update on Clark, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 28 points.
Triple-double watch.
Triple-double watch.
Is on again. 72-62, Hawks by 10. Timeout on the floor with 4:58 remaining. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CRV. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
Hawks after that last timeout to kind of gather themselves and made some tough shots after Nebraska pulled to within 5.
Yeah, I think that this one I can definitely say was, I feel, spurred by actually probably Clark and the crowd. Clark kind of finally made that first shot to help the Hawkeyes out, and then the crowd got back into it, and so that energy, right? That's always the helpful thing when you're at home. You don't always have to be the one that creates all the energy. And if your crowd, you have a good crowd, which Iowa does today, they can help you get back into the game a little faster.
Hawks have won 11 of its last 12, 5 in a row. Of course, coming off the big victory against Ohio State. Iowa leads this series 20-15. Iowa will play in Lincoln. This is the first of 2 against Nebraska. That'll be on the 18th of February.
Yeah, I think that this is one where you gotta hope that they can maybe pull off 2 against them, right? Because it's going to be a battle to remain in the top 4 of the Big Ten. So every little thing is going to matter.
Hawks with a win today will tie Indiana for the league lead at 9-1.
I love Kate Martin right now, just cleaning up the floor, found a wet spot.
Doing it all.
Asking for people to cheer for her.
Sonano at the line after the Bourne foul. Makes the first. Sonano with 16, has 10 since the second quarter. Second one, got it.
So after Nebraska came out and went on a 12-0 run, Iowa has now went on a 7-0 run. So 2 runs so far. That's all they've had so far this quarter. Nebraska scored 12. Now Iowa has scored 7. About a little under 5 minutes left to go to see how it finishes.
74-62. Hawks with the lead. Nebraska with the basketball. Markowski 3, no. Clark the rebound. So there's
double-double. Yep, there's a double-double there.
Now just needs 1 assist for a second consecutive triple-double.
And sometimes she's aware. I don't think probably right now she's aware that that is a thing.
Here's Stuelke. Free throw line, drives in, goes the left hand, no. Markowski the rebound underneath. Gets it to Sam Hybe across the timeline for Nebraska. 74-62 Hawkeyes. Kroll driving in, spins, goes up, shot no. Clark almost got the rebound and then tried to get out of there with the ball and dribbled it off her foot. Clark thinks it went off Nebraska.
Not gonna lie, I didn't really notice who it went off of. I have no help here.
It's pretty quick. Hybe will throw it in along the baseline for the Huskers. Lobs it out to Jazz Shelley. Now Markowski, paint goes to work, shot no. Stuelke, her second.
Stuelke did a pretty good job on the defensive side there. I think she played it fine. So looking at foul situations, always want to check this at the end of the game. Marshall and Davis each with 3. Team has 3 here in this fourth quarter. Looking at Nebraska, 1 player with 4, and that is Markowski, and their team has 4 fouls as a team.
Missed the first, made the second. Markowski with 12. 74-63. Clark fakes a 3, top of the key. Gets the ball to a Fulter. Gets in the paint. Looking, now finds Molly Davis. And Davis will peel back out and get it to Clark. Top of the key, drives left side. Step back, 18-footer off the left side of the rim. And a hold will be called underneath. See if they get Sam Hybe.
It's going to be on
Bourne, her third.
So on the rebound she made, the ref made I assume they were holding Kate Martin's arm down, is what it was. That was kind of the gesture.
And Kate Martin will be at the free throw line.
And you can see Kate Martin celebrating it, so I'm guessing she's been probably dealing with it all game.
Kate's first, no good. Kate with 5. Coming off a 13-11 board performance. First double-double of the season. Makes the second. She has 6. 75-63 Hawks. 3:30 left to go. Inside, Bourne goes to work on the left block. Left-handed layup, good. Now the Hawks will face a little bit of pressure. 75-65. Hawks with the lead in the basketball. Now Clark. Iowa will not be in a huge hurry. Hands it to Martin, now back to Caitlin. 3:01 left to go. Martin, top of the key. Keeps that left-handed dribble going. Bounce pass inside to Sonano. She turned and lost control of the ball out of bounds on the baseline.
So excited. That's where you're just
wide
so
open.
Excited.
Gabby Marshall checking in.
Marshall for a Fulter. Back to the starting five for the Hawkeyes with 2:56 to go.
And I feel like I've talked about Kate Martin a lot in this game, but also her first response, that would have been an assist for her. Her first response was to go up to her and be like, no big deal, you got this. Like, not that she's frustrated, anything like that.
Shelley off a screen, runner, paint, no. Ball tapped around. Shelley gets her own rebound, kicks it out to Kroll, who buries a three right at the top of the key.
Getting that lead cut down to single digits again.
5 Nebraska players with 10 or more. 75-68. 2:23 left to go, fourth quarter. Here's Davis. Lob pass inside, Sonano. Now right side, Gabby Marshall, three. Skipped off the left side of the rim, long rebound. Grabbed by Kroll. Now to Hybe. Angles left side. Important possession here for Nebraska. 75-68 Iowa. Now Shelley. Pops it inside to Bourne. Layup along the baseline. Good. Timeout, Nebraska. Bourne with 14. 30-second timeout. Huskers.
And so people might be thinking, why a timeout by Nebraska right there? Well, she's now at a 5-point game, so she's going to come up with some game situations for them and talk about fouling. Here's how we're going to do this, because they're under 2. So they're going to have kind of a plan in place. But it also gives Coach Bluter a chance to do the exact same thing. But Iowa's ahead, so they're not the ones who are trying to claw back right now. So there's different ways you're going to attack this, but that would be the reason if anyone's wondering why Nebraska just took a timeout.
7-0 run by Nebraska over the last 2:26. Hawkeyes 0 their last 5 from the floor and have not scored for 2:39.
Yep. I think they're getting good shots though, right? Like that pass inside was just a bobble, right? It's not that the defense is horrible or is great by Nebraska. Iowa just hasn't been able to get them to fall.
Clark across the timeline. Now to Kate Martin. Gabby Marshall around the arc. Clark against Jazz Shelley. Hawks up 5. And a top of the key shot for Clark, no good. Rebound, Markowski. Hawks got to play some D here. Here's Jazz Shelley, right wing, along the baseline. Whips it out. Markowski. Now to Kroll for 3, no good. Ball tipped around and a foul is going to go on Sonano. Ball possession for Nebraska, down 5. 1:16 left to go. The Hawks are in the bonus.
Nebraska will be in the bonus on Iowa's next foul.
Out to Markowski. 3-pointer off the glass into the hands of Kate Martin. Nice catch by Kate. That thing ricocheted pretty hard. And now the Hawks can really take their time now. We are under a minute.
Coach Bluter's not going to take a timeout. She doesn't want to give Nebraska a chance to set up.
Inside Sonano, ball tipped away from behind by Markowski.
That's
into the hands of Jazz Shelley. Shelley gets it to Kroll. Now will hand it off to Shelley, left wing. Drives baseline and threw it right into the hands of Kate Martin.
Kate Martin!
Came over to double, and then Shelley commits a foul against Caitlin Clark in the backcourt. Clark will get 2.
Kate Martin, fantastic defense there, though. She was smart because she put her hands up. That's not where the ball was. She had her hands up because she knew she was going to try to pass out of that, and just a smart play defensively.
Hawks by 5, 37.2 left to go. Clark at the free throw line with 28. Caitlin's first, good. second one. Got it. That's 30 for Caitlin Clark. Timeout, Nebraska.
So it's a timeout situation. Nebraska has 1 timeout left. Iowa has 2 timeouts left, just so everyone, there's space. Iowa's going to come out most likely in a decent-sized defensive pressure, though, because it's a 7-point lead. You're not going to foul, though, but you're also not going to allow them to just bring the ball up the court. You want to try to get some time. I would say 10 seconds is maybe your goal to try to get taken off the clock, because then that's a one position. There's no shot clock anymore.
Hawks by 7 with 37.2 left to go. Boy, give Nebraska credit. They could have gone away after getting down by 18 late in the third quarter and got it all the way back down to 5.
They did. And Iowa has not had a very good, I would say, very good shooting today, right? It's not that I think they started taking really good shots, but the shots still aren't falling. A lot of buddies, a lot of shots within 5 feet from the basket are not going in for them, but they're sticking with it and playing hard.
So Kroll will throw it in along the sideline. Into Shelley, back to Kroll. She's a 3-point shooter, so's Shelley. She fires away, left wing, no. Clark with the rebound and dribbles it out. Out away from a couple of Cornhusker defenders, and then along the baseline, thought she was fouled and stepped out of bounds.
They're not going to call a foul. That's funny.
And now they're going to take a look.
I don't know what they're going to take a look on, though.
Well, Clark went baseline and right underneath the basket, stepped out of bounds, clearly stepped out. And thought she was pushed by Maddie Kroll.
But if you reestablish yourself in, I think you're okay. She had 2 feet, so that's the rule is something like that.
Well, while the officials are taking a look at this, let's take a break with 24.5 seconds left to go. Hawks 77, Nebraska 70. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with 0 sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Iowa 77, Nebraska 70, 24.3 left to go. And Caitlin Clark stepped out of bounds underneath the basket. Was a clear reach. Not a ton of contact.
No, not a ton of contact,
but didn't get the call. So it'll be Nebraska ball.
With 7, Iowa's up by 7. She was good, yeah. The bummer there is they didn't get the foul called. I like the boldness that Clark was going with. I think that was a fun idea to try out. Didn't pan out well. Normally they would have fouled, and you'll live and learn on that one. Plus Iowa does not luckily have that 7-point buffer as they go to play on the defensive end. So that's 7 points means 3 possession game with 24.7. That is that's going to be tight for them to try to come back.
So then Nebraska took timeout to advance the ball.
Right. So now Iowa will be playing defense again with 24.7 seconds. Your goal there is always try to make them at least take 5 seconds off the clock. This is what happens at the end of the game. Try to pull off as much time as possible on the defensive end.
And I'd really try to get out and guard that 3-pointer.
All right.
I don't think it's going
to be Shelley. It's going to be Shelley or it's going to be Kroll. That's who's going to be wanting to shoot it.
Here's Shelley, top of the key, drives down the right side, then kicks it left side to Hawkeyes. Wide open three, drilled it.
I mean, Hawkeyes, that's not really her game. which is fine. And that's good by her to hit that three-pointer, but she is much more of a driver. So still a 2-possession game. Iowa with a 4-point lead, 18.6. They did take off more than 5 seconds right there.
So the Hawks take timeout to advance the ball on top 77-73. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Kate Martin will inbounds the ball.
If needed, there's a timeout always available right now for Kate. There's one left for Iowa.
Gets it along the sideline. Good ball fake, and then a bounce pass inside to Clark, who is fouled at midcourt by Hawkeyes. Caitlin to the free throw line. Markowski back in for Mendelson.
Checking in will be number 40, Alexis Markowski. Clark will go to the line to shoot 2.
77-73 with 17.1 left. Free throw, no good off the right side of the rim.
Either way, if she hits this, it's still a 2-possession game, no matter whether this is a make or a miss.
Second one, got it.
But now it would take a 3 and a 2, so Iowa just needs to play smart D.
Here's Hawkeyes, hands it off to Shelley.
Nebraska's wasting a lot of time.
Now Bourne at the top of the key. Wow. Markowski, 3, right wing off the left side of the iron. Clark, the board, foul. Jazz Shelley.
Nebraska wasted too much time right there. So right away it was fine. That's good for Iowa. Not mad about that. So good job by Iowa to get back, play D, not allow anything easy. And then ultimately, Markowski was the one who took the 3, and not their best three-point shooters, which is Shelley and Kroll today.
Hawks did a good job defensively on those two. Clark makes the first. 79-73, 4.9 left. Second one, got it. Clark had 16 at the half. Hawkeyes down court to Kroll, 3-pointer, good at the buzzer from the left wing, and that'll do it. Hawkeyes win it. Wasn't easy.
Nope, not easy, not perfect, but that's not what they ask at the end. They say, did you win?
Nebraska, one of those dangerous teams. Hawks win it 80-76 in front of over 13,000 here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. I want to thank United Healthcare for teaming up with Hawkeye Athletics this season to support and celebrate small businesses in the state of Iowa. This week's Small Business Spotlight is Funky Zebras Boutique of Coralville. The Funky Zebras Boutique is a women's boutique offering unique and trendy styles for sizes small to 3X. They'll love to help you find the perfect something, whether it be a top, dress, jewelry, purse, shoes, jeans, or casual wear. Is your small business ready for a big promotion? You can enter at HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. Congratulations to Funky Zebras Boutique of Coralville. Hawks win it behind 34 from Caitlin Clark. That's now 12 of 13 and 6 wins in a row. Maryland on Thursday night. Iowa 80, Nebraska 76. That's the final post-game show. Up next, this is Hawkeye Women's Basketball from Learfield.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, they've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
Basketball players don't always get a second chance. But now with the Iowa Lottery, basketball fans do. Play Money Madness or Triple Tripler scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Not a winner? Enter your ticket online or scan it in our app and you could win 2 VIP suite seats to see the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Men's National College Basketball Tournament. Play today at any Iowa Lottery retailer and enter your tickets to see March basketball from the sweet seats.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CRV. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
Despite being outscored by Nebraska in the fourth quarter, 26-13, the Hawks hang on and win it 80-76. That's the key thing today, as Iowa now 17-4, 9-1 in the Big Ten, tied for the lead with the Indiana Hoosiers. No cancer is routine. If you've been diagnosed, you want to make sure that your diagnosis is accurate and that you have the most up-to-date treatment plan. Before you begin, you owe it to yourself and your loved ones to get a second opinion to be sure you get the personalized care that your diagnosis requires. The Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center is ready to quickly provide you with an expert second opinion to ensure that you get the right care. It's as easy as making an appointment. Visit uihc.org/cancer to learn more. Jamie, let's take a look at the numbers. Caitlin Clark, of course, again, 1 assist shy of her 9th career triple-double.
Yeah, she, I mean, you just wanted her to get it, but more the focus right there was, are they going to win? That is the key here. So Clark, yes, ends with 33 points, 9 assists, and 12 rebounds. But all of those being very huge. She was 5 of 12 from the three-point land, 10 of 12 from the free throw line, and just had a really great game there. Points-wise, Iowa had 17 points. Monica Sonano had 17 points for the Hawkeyes on 7 of 10 shooting from the field, perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line, and then 12 points coming from Hannah Stolke, and she shot 4 of 9 from the field and 4 of 5 from the free throw line, which is fabulous for her. 7 from Gabby Marshall, 6 Kate Martin, 5 from Molly Davis to clear it up for the Hawkeyes all the way up to their 80 points. Leading the way for Nebraska was Habe with 16 points, 14 for Isabel Bourne, 13 Kroll, 12 Markowski, and 10 for Shelley. So nothing that was very surprising from them. They are all really even scores there at Nebraska. Rebounds-wise, Iowa ended the game with 43 rebounds compared to Nebraska's 32 rebounds. They had Markowski with 11, and Iowa was led by Caitlin Clark with 12. Iowa ended the game with 18 assists. Nebraska with 20 assists. Iowa rarely has a team who have more assists than them. Jazz Shelley had 11 assists for the Huskers. Caitlin Clark led the Hawkeyes with 9 assists. Kate Martin added in 6 more assists. Percent-wise, Iowa finished the game with 42.2% from the field, which I would say is probably one of their lows for the year. And then 82% from the free throw line. Nebraska finished the game 45% from the field and about 82% from the free throw line as well. It was a game. It was a game. It was not a perfect game, but it was a winning game for the Hawkeyes, and I think the stats, show that it wasn't a perfect game, but it was, again, a win.
One thing, too, Jamie, is you get to feel like the rebounding for the Hawkeyes vastly improved here the last several ball games. Again, out-rebound Nebraska 43-32, but 13 offensive rebounds.
That is a huge one for the Hawkeyes because they weren't shooting well today. So to put extra effort into those second chance opportunities, that's a game changer. A game that was this tight, 80-76, that is a game changer right there.
We'll be back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. More postgame right around the corner. Iowa defeats Nebraska this afternoon, 80-76. Victory number 17 on the year. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CR-V. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I think you...
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately. Then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Hawks win it over Nebraska, the first of two meetings between the two teams this season. Hawks will return the favor next month, 80-76, as Caitlin Clark had 33, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. Iowa had 3 players in double figures. Nebraska had 5. Well, let's relive some of the top plays from this afternoon's victory. Token, three-quarters court pressure, 12-6 in favor of the red and white. Clark for 3, buries it from the top of the key.
Holy cow.
Hawks now in a zone and get an interception. Marshall got a hand on it. Now Clark across the timeline, 3 left wing, count it. Here's Clark, gets it inside, Sonano goes up right block, got it to go.
That was hard and that was pretty, wow.
Gets it inside to Bourne. She pump fakes, goes up, no. And the rebound taken down by Monica Sonano. Ahead to Clark. She'll fire from 25.
Yes! What?
Clark now angles to the right side, looks inside, bounce pass. Sonano goes up strong. Count the hoop. She's fouled. Here's Martin. Fake the 3, now corner. Marshall three-pointer. Got it.
I love when those shots are going up for her because they go in.
That's her game. Alternating right and left hand dribbles. Goes between her legs. Gets it inside. Sonano paint shot.
Wow.
Good. From 10.
Wow.
And the Hawkeyes time it perfectly. Clark comes off a screen after the inbounds pass.
Right?
Knocks down a 3. Top of the key, 3 for Caitlin Clark with 26. That gets the crowd back into it. Out to Markowski. Three-pointer off the glass into the hands of Kate Martin. Nice catch by Kate. That thing ricocheted pretty hard. And now the Hawks can really take their time now. And the Hawkeyes were able to win it at the end. But Nebraska certainly didn't go away. Give the Huskers credit. Hawks led by 18. That was the big lead at the 3:29 mark of the third quarter. 80-76, Hawks over the Huskers. Assistant coach Raina Harmon joins me on the postgame show when we come back. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Basketball players don't always get a second chance. But now with the Iowa Lottery, basketball fans do. Play Money Madness or Tripler Scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Not a winner? Enter your ticket online or scan it in our app and you could win 2 VIP suite seats to see the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Men's National College Basketball Tournament. Play today at any Iowa Lottery retailer and enter your tickets to see March basketball from the sweet seats.
At Cenex, we're locally owned and operated, so your community is our community. That's why your Cenex goes far beyond the store. We fuel community connections by supporting local festivals, restoring town monuments, and renovating baseball fields. Now in its 4th year, we'll have contributed more than $400,000 to Cenex communities through our Hometown Pride initiative, because community connections make the places we live so special. Cenex, powered locally.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back courtside. Carver Hawkeye Arena post-game show continues. Iowa over Nebraska 80-76. Raina Harmon joins me on the post-game show and got down 8-0 right out of the gate, but no panic. And of course, came back, pulled to within 6 after 1, and then a terrific second quarter, Raina.
Yeah, that second quarter was beautiful, 26-9. We came out with a little bit of a slow start. I thought Nebraska came out and kind of just punched us in the mouth. They played really, really fast. I mean, we looked a little gassed, the first, I would say, 2 minutes of the game. But, early timeout, early shot clock malfunction, a chance to reset there. And then I thought we handled business a little bit better. Still gave up too many points, 21 points in that first quarter, which we don't love, but I thought we bounced back beautifully in the second.
Yeah, talk about the defense, too. Changed up. I thought the zone really kept Nebraska out of the paint and did a good job on the perimeter.
Yeah, so typically, we know what this team is capable of, and they live and die by the 3, right? And so we thought our game plan coming into this was, we're going to go player to player. But those ball screens, we were having a little bit of trouble with that. So, as a seasoned team, it's like, all right, well, here we go. We're going to have to try some zone, but just know where your shooters are. And I thought when we went to zone, they had a little bit of trouble with that.
Up 18 at the end of the third quarter with like 3:29 left to go. Things in command, but this is life in the Big Ten, right? Teams like this will not go away.
Yeah, they won't. And they took some shots, shoot almost 40% there in the fourth from the 3. I thought they just came out and kept playing hard. I thought, usually our offense is clicking in the fourth, and that's when we're really able to put teams away. But again, like you said, another test in the Big Ten where we weren't able to get, the shots that we wanted. We took some tough twos. which unfortunately they would come down and score. But I thought we were able to withstand it by getting some rebounds, and even if we didn't get scores on the other end, we came down and we got a stop.
Talk about the rebounding, too. It just seems to have a resurgence here the last several weeks. A great job at Ohio State here. You out-rebound Nebraska 43-32 with 13 O-boards.
Yeah, shout out to Hannah Stalkey, right?
Yeah, that certainly helps.
I mean, Hannah Stalkey and I would say Sydney Afalter. And I think both of those kids have played really big, pivotal roles these last 2 games in McKenna Warnock's absence. But fortunately for them, they've been able to get some of that time and that shine, before McKenna got hurt. And I thought they came in and gave us their best, even with 3 O-boards, 5 rebounds between them apiece. But it's just been a focal point, right? I think Coach Jay has really challenged Monica Sonano to get more offensive rebounds. You look at where she was in the beginning of the season, and I mean, she finished with 7 rebounds tonight, and 3 of them being offensive. That's huge for us. And
also tipped the ball. I mean, just getting a hand on it to bat it out.
Absolutely.
One time, I think you had 4 different looks at the basket.
Yeah, we did. And just talking about being more physical after the shot goes up, and we talk about if our offense is so good, then if we miss, why not go after an offensive rebound, especially on a team that's not going to push as hard as some others.
Obviously, without McKenna, that's a big loss. How do you feel like the players that have played more minutes, different roles, have stepped in?
Yeah, I thought they've stepped up well. I mean, first we talk about Hannah Stalkey again. She played 21 minutes tonight, and she comes off the bench and she gives us 12 points, 2 big O-boards. And, I mean, we know that at the beginning of the season, free throws weren't her strong suit.
Doing a good job.
She was 3 for 3, and then on Monica on the bench said, "Oh, man, she's perfect." I said, "Mom, why would you say that?" And, of course, then she misses the next one. But to go 4 for 5, that's huge for her. And Hannah's still figuring it out a little bit, right? And still got to find her some touch outside the paint, and that'll come as she progresses. But I think she's doing a good job. She's springy off of her feet, and she gives us a defense. The defensive energy that we need. And then Sid Alford, her and I had some good conversations this year about your role is really, really hard because you don't know if you're going to play 5 minutes or 20 minutes, but just do your role. And what she does well is she drives to the basket well, she passes the ball well, and she rebounds the heck out the basketball. So as long as you can play your role, there's always a space and time for you on the floor. And I think when we call her number, she does just that.
It seems like she has no fear. It's just going to do whatever it takes and really go after the ball.
Yeah, because she's Mini Kate, right? I mean, those two are kind of cut from the same cloth, and, Kate's really finding her stride offensively this year, and I think Sydney will as well as she gets more time. But, I mean, those two just exemplify grit, right? Like, they're going to give you 40 minutes of hard game, hard-nosed game, whether they're scoring the basketball or not. They know what it takes to do defensively. They'll go off the jump balls. They're good on the floor.
Thought Gabby Marshall was terrific today.
Yeah, I thought she was. She's steady. I think, she went through that drought a little bit with her three-point shooting, and she finally hit that shot in the left corner, and she's like, thank you. But, Gabby's our defensive stopper. I think she does a really good job communicating defensively, getting everybody where they need to go, and just challenging them when they bring the ball up the floor. She's also getting the ball into Monica pretty well as well.
Yeah, and 5 rebounds today as well. So
she's going to love that.
Yes, good. I like, got to keep her happy, right?
That's right.
And now, of course, Maryland on Thursday night.
Hey.
Great crowd here, over 13,000. Not ideal weather outside in eastern Iowa today, and the Terrapins on a little bit of a roll.
They are, and I mean every night it doesn't even matter from top to bottom. It's going to be a good game. When 2 Big Ten teams show up. So Hawk fans, I know you hear me on the radio, but I hope you can see me in arena on Thursday night as we take on the Terrapins.
We want to see them here.
That's
It'll
right.
Be a fun night.
Go Hawks.
Raina, thanks very much. As always, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Raina Harmon, assistant coach for the Hawks, on the post-game show after Iowa defeats Nebraska 80-76. We'll be back, including heading to the Iowa locker room. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/Iowans win.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Basketball players don't always get a second chance. But now with the Iowa Lottery, basketball fans do. Play Money Madness or Triple Tripler scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Not a winner? Enter your ticket online or scan it in our app and you could win 2 VIP suite seats to see the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Men's National College Basketball Tournament. Play today at any Iowa Lottery retailer and enter your tickets to see March basketball from the sweet seats.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs, but what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Hawks win it by 4, 80-76. Led for 27 minutes and 37 seconds. Nebraska for 11:25. And Nebraska did have a 10-point lead in the first quarter. And Iowa had an 18-point lead in quarter number 3. Let's head to the Iowa locker room with Jamie.
Thanks, Rob. And in a winning locker room with Coach Bluter here in front of a huge crowd. Take me through this game today.
Well, I mean, first of all, I got to thank the crowd because they were definitely, a contributor to our win today. It was not a pretty win for us. We did have 18 assists on 27 baskets, and that's good. But we just didn't shoot the ball as well as we're capable of from 2-point range. We took a lot of hard twos. Those are hard twos. We don't want to take hard twos. That's kind of against our philosophy. Did a great job on the boards, though. We out-rebounded them by 11. Really happy with that. Happy with our 3-point defense. They were 30%, which we really challenged our team. Hold them to 30%. They usually lose. They've only won one game when they've shot under 30%.
So today's game, you usually come out of the gates pretty fast, actually. Your first quarters tend to be pretty good. You came out and they went on a run right away. Yeah. But you let your team kind of play through it. Is that because they're senior, or you just have an older group that's out there to start, or where's the confidence there?
Well, but I did have to call a timeout in the first quarter. But I mean, I thought they would. We just came out sluggish, in my opinion, and I can't believe that we're sluggish when we're playing at home in front of 13,000 people. I don't want to look sluggish, obviously. So, that was disappointing. But I think our second quarter was really special. We outscored them 26-9 in the second quarter. Largely, our zone defense was very, very good. We did a super job on the boards again during that whole first half. And then, we finally, started hitting some shots. We shot the ball really well that second quarter. We were, 10 for 16, 3 for 4 from 3-point range, and perfect from the line. So we had a really nice shooting second quarter as well as defensive second quarter.
And then finally, Clark and Sonato both had really stellar games. Clark almost finished with a triple-double, kind of stepped it up, took a half-court shot today, basically. What about today, though, for them to be able to come through? And Monica was able to kind of figure out the fouls, which has been an issue, and she didn't, I don't know what she ended with today, but nothing close to 4.
Yeah, she only had 2 fouls today, and she drew 4, so that was great. We got them in a little bit of foul trouble. Monica was 7 for 10 from the field, so outstanding again. Perfect 3 for 3 from the line. Had 3 O-boards for us, 7 total rebounds. Caitlin, flirted with the double-double. She had, obviously had it with points with 33, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, so 1 away from that. But Caitlin took way too many shots in this game. Did not shoot well from 2-point range. Shot well from 3-point range. She was 42%. Don't love those long bombs at times. They're great momentum. They're fun for the crowd. But maybe let's go for 1 a game or 2 a game. But we don't need to really do more than that. But I thought she took too many hard twos today.
Yeah. And that's why, she wants to get better, and I think that's probably why she's here. You can help her keep making those choices better. So, looking forward,
yes,
you got another tough game coming from Maryland, who hasn't had the season that they probably thought they were going to have. They had a lot of change, but as of recently, appear to be doing much better.
Yeah, I think they had some injuries early on, and they have, Sellers is playing really, really well for them right now. So they've been playing well after struggling a little bit early. They do have a lot of new faces that probably took time to blend together. But Thursday night, we're playing them here in Carver Hawkeye Arena at...
I have no idea, but I will tell everyone. I promise.
Yeah, I'm not sure what time that game is.
I have not looked ahead.
So anyway, Maryland, Thursday night. We need to have you here again. Thank you, Hawk fans, for coming out, and please come out again Thursday night.
All right. Thank you, Coach, and great game today. And now I'm here with Monica Sonano. I mean, you're just so efficient. You're so efficient when you shoot. And you guys pulled out the win today over Nebraska. Take me through the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a game full of highs and lows. I think our first quarter obviously wasn't our best quarter, but we were able to come back from that and show resiliency. So I think that's big for us. We also kind of faltered a little bit in the fourth quarter. So kind of just building off those second and third quarters, staying true to us is going to be big coming up.
And coming up is Maryland. But do you want to, you've had some big games come up to here. Do you think that each game is kind of a big game for you, or how do you feel when you come up against these Big Ten teams?
Yeah, I mean, I think every team is going to give us their best shot. That's been kind of a constant throughout my whole time here. So we do have to really take care of every single team. It doesn't matter where they stand in the rankings. They're going to give us their best shot. So, I mean, just really being prepared for every team. But it is a lot of fun when you get to have one of those ranked matchups and kind of really improve yourself in ways that you didn't think you could. So we're really looking forward to that.
And today you got to play in front of, 13,843 people. I know.
Oh my gosh, and the weather wasn't great. So that's...
Look at people risking their lives to come and see
Thank you, Hawk fans. Please be safe.
All right, well, thank you, Monica. Great game.
Thank you so much.
Jamie, thank you very much, and thanks to Monica Sonano, who ended up with 17 points and 7 rebounds, and Caitlin Clark, of course, leading the way with 32, 12 rebounds, and 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Had 9 assists, and I think that's the second time this year that she has just missed out on a triple-double by either 1 rebound or 1 assist. Score by quarters, Iowa trailed by 6 at the end of one, 21-15, and then the big second quarter outscored Nebraska 26-9. Also won the third quarter 26-20. Then Nebraska, give the Huskers credit, did not go away. Outscored the Hawks 26-13 in the fourth and shot 9 of 20 from the floor, but made 4 3-pointers in that fourth quarter. And the Hawks went a little bit cold in that fourth quarter, but certainly hung on. Never really felt like Nebraska was going to overtake the Hawkeyes, and they didn't. Final score, Iowa 80, Nebraska 76. Appreciate everybody tuning in this afternoon for Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Hawkeyes now 17-4, 9-1 in the league, tied with Indiana at that mark. Nebraska falls to 12-9 and 4-6. Don't forget, Monday night we will have Hawk Talk from Bumps at 6 o'clock, 6 until 7. Come on out and join us. We have a great time. Would love to see you. And then our next game broadcast will be on Thursday. That is a 7:30 tip. Iowa and Maryland will be on the air at 7:15 with the pregame show. For Jamie K.B. Lang, I'm Rob Brooks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and good afternoon from Carver Hawkeye Arena. The final score, once again, Iowa 80, Nebraska 76. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye Women's Basketball has been brought to you by Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Bud Light, it's for the fans. Honda, to see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Hy-Vee, score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Iowa Lottery, be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit IALottery.com for details. United Healthcare, proud sponsors of Small Business Spotlight. Sign up your small business at HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. And by U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.